what we've had picked, would you sort of agree with the panel sentiments that things could be close?
Yeah, look, this should on paper be close because both lineups, they have the necessary amount of team fight. They've got the front line. Like, we're not seeing one draft where they have to win by a certain time. They're going to be falling off. I think it is going to be a nice little balance where there's going to be these little power spikes that they can utilize. But yeah, it's a nice, refreshing game one where it doesn't look a little bit lopsided.
No, for sure. It's not. We're not getting that feel at the end of the draft. Like, oh, they got that hero. Oh, they forgot about this. They forgot about that. I think both teams here, Alliance and Chicken Fighters, are going to be very happy with what they've got through here on the draft. Because I feel like from Alliance in particular, was it this specific combination of cores that we had in the same game? I remember seeing something like this, that game where we brought out the mid Sand King. And it looked fantastic. They had a really, really good game with a very similar lineup, I think.
Yeah, I know they have been pairing the Mars Sky a lot, of
Mars
course.
the Sky.
We have been seeing some TA. Like, this is...
Yeah.
Yeah, Alliance have kind of, I guess, found themselves a little bit more, because I remember at the start of the season, they're a little bit kind of more... Like, they needed some Luna, some aggro tri-lanes and stuff, but no, they have throughout the season kind of developed a little bit further, and they've kind of found themselves in this spot, which, again, I'm not opposed to it. Like, when you look at this type of lineup, it's very skirmishy. It's hard to look bad because they've got this Grim pairing with the Sand King jumping someone, the constant threat of Sky blowing people up, and for Chicken Fighters, if an Ember or a Monkey King are out of position, they will get 100 to 0. It doesn't matter if they have Flame Guard or a BKB available. Like, they have instant stun and burst. Like, it's always fun to have in a draft. It's then about the execution rather than the components of the draft.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of pressure, of course, on Era to make some really good saves.
Oh yeah,
we've got to keep our eyes out on him in the midst of the team fights. He's going to be pretty much the tool that will bail them out of that, sort of just lockdown combo. A lot of burst, as you say. If Alliance get that jump, they'll be able to delete most of these heroes early on.
No, I love the SD pick, honestly. I think if it was any other hero than SD, like any other hero that didn't have a save, I would have probably favored Alliance to have the better draft in this game. But just because of this SD alone, if he has that stable game, the fact that he can make the stacks, can farm them on the tide, get really tanky quite early on, this was not saying it recovered the draft, but it gave me comfort that this should be a much closer series. Now we get to see SK Ember mid lane. This is a matchup that we've seen honestly go either way, where Ember's early on going for the slight spam, the Sand King not getting enough regen, being awkward, and then the other way around where Sand King with Caustic, if the Ember gets a little bit too cocky, gets into the wave, he himself can die, sorry. Ooh, okay, that could have been a dead tide. Could have been a dead tide.
Era's got the salve ready for him. Jibba will be able to stick around. And it is kind of hard for Alliance to make aggressive moves up here on top, as we're seeing already. When they try and do something with the Inkswell, Era just hold them back with the disruption. Make sure that he and Jibba can step away.
Yeah, pretty much looking for Alliance in this top lane, it's just about the poke. It's every time TA has meld, just meld strike the Tidehunter, have the Grimstroke in position. You see here, like it's pretty hard to get a pull off. He does actually get one aggro, so he gets a half pull. Yeah, this is just going to be pretty much a free farming Tide. A free farming TA. Just trading the farm. This is the lane I'm most interested in, this bot lane. Because Mars Sky, early on it's poking, but when they level 3, level 4, there's a lot of kill threat. And naturally Monkey King wants to try and make these aggressive moves. And if he missteps, you are just going to get rebuked into slows, into just a nice amount of damage.
They're going to try and make a move here with the cookie.
He has a spear.
They've got enough damage, symmetrical, locking down Coma with the spear, pushing back with the rebuke. It doesn't matter though, 5-up's able to chase in and get that final touch, get first blood here for the Chicken Fighters safe lane.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird there from Symmetrical. He was holding his point in spear, nearly level 3, then he leveled it and just speared him in the path he was walking. Normally, when you're Mars into these kind of Ursas or Monkey Kings, you naturally just want to spear them away down the lane so that you can just walk away. A little bit of a weird play, but yeah, here's the aggression that I was previously mentioning.
A lot of damage in there. Straight as soon as he's back to the lane, stick charges not going to do anything. They get Coma out of this bottom lane, which is to be added on to the fact that at the moment Coma is the one suffering the most on CS. Only the 9 last hits in that safe lane. So a good return to the lane and a punch back from Symmetrical on the respawn.
Oh, Supreme stealing the stacks. Nearly losing his courier for it. No, cleaning up the small camp stack. Nice little trade-off of just having M Spirit. With the 2-point Flame Guard, you're able to walk in. And Weeha does have sentry advantage in mid lane, so he's able to farm this up. But again, the thing with mid Sand King is once you get to level 4, level 5. You see here the 3-point sandstorm. You're never really pressuring the lane. You're just farming yourself and then pushing out. So the fact that Supreme went to that small camp, stole it away, it takes away the efficiencies of what WEU wants to do, which is push mid, go jungle, come back to mid, go back jungle. So yeah, nice heads up from the Ember, just mitigating how quick Sanking can farm. Like we've seen 7-minute 30 blink daggers from, I think Weehaw actually, it might have been him with one of the quicker blink daggers on Sanking at least.
No, yeah, we definitely have. I'm pretty sure the other series where he played it, he got some very, very fast early timings. A lot of damage to Supreme, as we can see when he steps up in that wave. See top. Try and see if they can take out Jibbe. A bit of a setup with the Inkswell stun. They have enough physical from Nico, baby. That's the question. Era's going to be able to hop over and help out with the disruption. Holds back the TA. And Jibbe, with that, will be able to step back to safety.
He's a tanky lad. He's got 2-point Kraken and a wand with a ring of health. This is, yeah.
Yeah, he's very low, but he's sticking around.
Yeah, like, he looks low, but he's actually just half HP pretty much. Like, he might get melded here. But
I mean, he's a confident man, is Jibbe.
He's very confident.
He feels that they can't kill him, and he so far has proven it right. They can't quite take him down, so he's more than safe enough to play around on as low HP as he is.
Question is, did they have a regen?
Over to the side blade, though. He's living on the edge, Jibbe. This man.
Oh, Stamana, unfortunately, has...
like,
oh, God, that is...
I mean, he's not dying. You know, as long as he's not dying, he's going to look like a genius there. Mid lane, Supreme. He's going to receive a bit of a gank here. Aramis comes over. He's got that extra bit of damage to help Weehaw get the kill in the mid lane.
And this is kind of the byproduct of Jibbe playing on this HP. Era feels obligated to kind of stay top, where normally around the 6-minute mark he does come mid, just a little bit later than usual, which allows Aramis, get the kill first. And Era, no mana on Aramis. Neutral creeps to help. Oh, there we go.
All right, bit of a deny. Supreme, back to the lane. We'll be able to pick up this bit of a stack that he had going for himself off to the side.
And the fact, I was going to say Supreme, he's taken, I think, now 4 small camps, 2 double stacks, and he's still even CS with the Sanking. So the fact that like his CS is somewhat inflated by the amount of small camps he's farmed. What's, you know, Sanking, on the other hand, has been a little bit more kind of mid-lane orientated at this point.
I think, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Weeha's pretty much just got everything that's come down that mid lane. Barely missing any of the creeps here from the lane. Aramis still hanging around just in case there's going to be another opportunity. Doesn't look to be it though.
That's Illusion Scout from 5 up. Seeing what's happening. Yeah, and at this point in the game, you now can leave your carry independent for a little bit. He can secure mid. That's symmetrical. He does have kill threat. Like if Aramis wants to come back down bottom, Arena into Spear, he will die. Like sure, there's some cookie or a disruption you have to think about, but if you're quick on the buttons, you should be able to get the kill. Stabanon though, walking through the river, is going to be going down. He did get a ward out though beforehand on the high ground here. You would assume that Era might be looking to deward this. Naturally, that movement from the support is an indicator of the
sure, because you wouldn't be confidently walking down the river unless you had
exactly
sort of that information.
Kind of the nuances of support. It's like you stick to your lane. If you die, you TP mid.
Hey, look at this Supreme.
Okay,
now he's ready to make moves with the dust, but hasn't got the chains, of course, with this build. So hard to catch the Sand King, and TPs are coming in. It's going to be cooking forward, but there's 3 heroes of Alliance ready to try and turn towards him. He's going to be okay, though. The silence comes to an end, and with a Remnant out safely, he's back to base. And but at least back to the lane. He'll stay out.
It's 8 minutes, and the Blink Dagger's coming out. We're going to be looking towards Alliance. Do they have a smoke available?
Very fast. I mean, where are you looking towards making that move? Are you just trying to take Supreme down again, or do you want to go for Coma?
I'd like to go for Coma, but okay.
Well, they're going to go for top. Opt to try and take down Jibbe.
He's okay. It's a free kill.
Yeah, very, very easy kill indeed. They get the jump. Jibbe not standing.
And they got Coma.
They'll be able to cut his tree. Weeha's going to turn his attention over towards a potentially easier kill of Era, but Era's got backup. Supreme's here as well as Coma. They'll jump over towards Weeha. They've got the Boundless Strike, and he's already used the Burrow Strike, so he's got no way to escape this. Weeha will get taken down in return as Chicken Fighters are able to respond to that movement from Alliance on that top lane to kill Jibbe.
Yeah, that was, I mean, the Tidehunter kill, sure, quick kill. Normally you look to try and take away the carry in the initial Blink Dagger pickup, but yeah, the fact that Kun was able to TP top, get the kill himself, and then the D ward on the ward we just mentioned, I think overall Chicken Fighters will be very happy with this. Now in the back of their minds, they know that this SK, he has the Blink Dagger, he's going to want to keep looking for kills, so Chicken Fighters need to respect this. Era, you know, we mentioned at the start of the game, his positioning will be critical in this game. One clutch disruption, when Sanking initiates, it's hard for him to get back out, especially if you have the detection.
Chicken Fighters, they'll look to try and force down the tier 1 top. Punish the man and hanging around here. Unlike the Alliance are going to want to do anything about this one. They would be trying to defend against the Ravage bottom lane. Arena's going to miss. And it was a sort of a momentary attempt on a TP there from 5up, but of course wasn't going to happen. Spear was at the ready, so he goes down, back up on the top lane. Coma, he's going to look towards WEU. They've got the Ravage. Alliance, they did turn up, in fact, to try and defend. But as I said, it was always going to be difficult into the Ravage. The Manum will be able to TP out, but they've lost WEU off the back of this, and they're not keeping this tower up. So a bit of an unnecessary death there from Alliance, as it's also going to be Aramis going down. Tries to burst Coma, but he's not got enough on his own. It's going to be 2 kills for Chicken Fighters on top of that tier 1 tower on top.
Yeah, they were trying to play on the fact that they have good skirmishing spells, you know, Staman pushing out the tower, hopefully getting Sanking in. You know, Monkey King was right behind the tower, but yeah, it's Chicken Fighters, they're just patient,
I mean,
right?
WEU still wants to go up it.
I mean,
they've lost the tower, but he's TP'd up it, but of course with the tower gone, he's now not just on his own. I mean, he may have a chance of getting Coma if Coma's greedy.
He's got to...
Oh, he's going to be able to find him. Coma, the greed will hurt him. WEU is able to get up there. I mean, he was, you know, WEU was not giving up on looking for a kill top, and in the end, he does find it. He gets the big one, takes out the Monkey King.
It took 3 attempts, but fair play. Perseverance is key here.
It did. It was indeed. WEU getting that kill and pushing himself towards those boots of travel, staying at the top.
I guess if you want to be optimistic as well, if you look towards the triangle. Oh wait, that's not optimistic anymore. They picked him off.
They've got the kisses coming in. Is it going to be quite enough damage to take down Nico Baby though?
Refraction into
Mystic Flare off the side. Very low refraction. Will be back up. 5up really wanting to try for the kill as he cookies forward, but he will not be able to take down Nico Baby. He will die as Supreme has to bail out of there with Alliance turning up. So just keeping Nico Baby alive here. Alliance with these moves that they're keeping their lead growing here. 3k up now. 11 minutes in against Chicken Fighters as their 3 cores sit at the top.
Yeah, I was going to say, the key thing here is that they are sitting 3 cores at the top.
Yeah.
You know, Symmetrical, he's just been AFK farming bottom the entire time. He maybe rotated to the triangle just now, but he's freely farming, just picked up a 12-minute Blink Dagger. This top stuff, it looks kind of, I say, clowny in regards to defending the tier 1, dying 2-3 times, but the fact that meanwhile you have Nico...
It's a lot of space.
It's a lot of space. Nico Baby farming up.
Yeah.
If he was to die there, it probably devalues that top tower defense, kind of what happened, but the fact that he's able to survive, you know, you already mentioned the fact that there isn't really a lot of refraction killing spells on Chicken Fighters. They rely on either Flame Guard or the Mortimer Kisses. He gets it back up again, and he survives. But this is now the big window of the game for Alliance. You've got double Blink Dagger, lots of damage on your supports, punish the fact that Chicken Fighters need more time to get their cores online. You see here, the Ember, he wants that quick BKB. Monkey King probably looking second item BKB as well. Like, yeah, the Fury first, may I add. Like, this is a big window in the game where Chicken Fighters is going to be weak, but they will eventually scale to be super tanky and super survivable, and then be able to match up against this early aggression that Alliance is able to present. This is a big power spike.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, they've got to be careful around these two. I mean, Aramis and Symmetrical got huge kill potential with the combo.
Yeah, Aramis with anyone can kill anyone.
Yeah.
It's like, if Sanking or Mars, if he's paired with either of them, you're probably going to go down. Ember does have a Remnant out.
There's the opening. It's the spear. But indeed not quite enough burst and lockdown to deal with Supreme. This moment.
Why, thank you.
Invisibility.
How's the farm looking for Coma? He's going for the Battle Fury, of course, this game. He's got half the components, so still needing a bit of time.
Again, this is the type of choice where if he gets the Fury...
Oh, here we go in the mid. This time round, the magical burst, it is enough.
And
So
Jibe as well.
much damage there. And indeed, Jibe, he's going to pop the Ravage. And a good defensive disruption, actually, will allow them to turn, take down WeHa. But now the arena's out, so Chicken Fighters will end up losing a third. Era also falling, maybe even 5-up. The chase is there with the slow into the Inkswell stun. Alliance, they'll be able to get 4 kills out of this move in the mid. Only losing WeHa, they'll certainly take that trade there, Alliance. As once again, these sort of the blink jump, if they catch anybody, even an Ember with a Flame Guard up, the overwhelming amount of magical damage here, Epicenter, Sandstorm, Mystic Flare, anybody's going to die to that.
Yeah, he's just so tanky. The 4-point, like you mentioned, in the Flame Guard, still going down.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, it was the Snapfire behind him, not the SD. If the SD was there, completely different story, right? Quick disruption, turn it around, but the fact that Alliance, with their Blink Daggers, quickly, you know, recovering into the fight. And I was mentioning before the fight broke out, this Monkey King build, it's trying to decide if you want to take the fight into Alliance when on paper you're weaker, or trying to weather the storm, be a bit greedier, but then eventually outscale because you are going to have some Battle Fury BKB Skadi.
At the moment, do you feel that Chicken Fighters feel that they are weathering the storm well enough, or do you think that it is getting to the point where they'll be realizing that this lead that Alliance is getting may be hard to deal with?
No, I think right now they're feeling the brunt of Alliance. They are full defense right now. The fact that they've used their Ravage unsuccessfully now multiple times, this is just push out the lanes, accept that Alliance is, you know, uber strong right now. Like if we show on a lane, we're probably going to get Inkswell Burrow Strike from the Sand King Grim. We're going to die. Like it's just not good. So the way in which they open up the map now, look how split they are. Like Alliance, this is kind of like what you kind of want from Chicken Fighters. Just, sure, whoop-de-woo, you killed my Tide, you spent 10 seconds, but just look at the minimap. Chicken Fighters, they're not reacting to this. They just need to get the lanes pushed out.
Look over to the side. He's going to make sure that they get more than just Jibe, as Era and 5-up both caught. 3 Eras again. This sort of these killer movements from Alliance are just succeeding every single time now.
You can see, like, from Chicken Fighters, like, they were trying to, like, when Tide get jumped, if you bring the supports, a Cookie or a Disrupt, prolong it, make it a bit more awkward, it does buy more time, but the fact that WeHa just sees through this, jumps the backline and kills them.
Very, very nice. Well, because you feel that at this point for Chicken Fighters, in those situations, you just got to let that Tide. You just want, if it's one hero dying, even if it's a core, that's the best of bad situation for you to try and play this game out for your Chicken Fighters.
Yeah, I'd pretty much offer the supports to help the side lane cores, just keep them alive, because they're the ones that are going to be potentially winning you the game later down the line. And unfortunately for 5-up, Mortimer Kisses on cooldown, kind of like a Hail Mary attempt to get the kill at least for a cash injection. But yeah, right now, if I'm Radiant, it's looking pretty dire. You don't want to smoke up. You don't want to really make any moves. You're waiting for Alliance to make a misstep, to run into you, to maybe dive that tier 3, get a little bit too aggressive. Because, like you mentioned, with the Blink Daggers, if you go in and it's poorly done, it's SD disruption or a Cookie, maybe then the eventual BKBs, Chicken Fighters will be able to eventually fight into them. No, it's all along about how they can kind of prolong the game right now. Alliance, they're also about to complete, BKBs of their own. Like, they are scaling really well. All 3 cores on Alliance. 1 component deep into BKB. This Aegis should be able to secure them that farm. And potentially, they might not even look to be going for like a high ground siege at this. It's just going to be looking for the quick pickoffs, get a tier 2, farm the BKBs, and it's that secondary Aegis that Alliance will be using to try and convert the win. Just trying to see when the big items are coming out for Chicken Fighters, and it's you got a pipe on Tide Hunter. Ember Spirit is a recipe away from the BKB. And Coma in top lane. An Ogre Axe into it himself. So we're now at the point of the game where both teams will probably be respecting each other in regards to how close they are to BKBs. I still think it's on Alliance to try and see through this and to try and chain a couple kills.
Now look at this WeHa. He's ready for the jump top straight away. Coma, he's going to get disrupted. But very little chance of walking away from this one. The Mystic Flare from Aramis in position as soon as he comes out of the bubble, and he's gone.
Instant TP as well. The ward on the south side of the fight. So the entirety of Chicken Fighters kind of walking up into the engagement. So quick disengage. And if you look at this mini-map, oh, it doesn't look good. Alliance is literally farming every part of the map. Mid lane, triangle, bot lane. Yeah, they've got everything. The map is theirs.
Oh, I think we said at the start of this we were expecting something close between these teams, but so far in this opening, you definitely feel that Alliance has turned up a bit more prepared today and a bit more fine-tuned as they're coming out with some fast moves. That Chicken Fighters, what we've got to see if sort of the fallback plan of, the Monkey King maybe can carry it as the game goes on and see if that kicks in, or if this game's just going to continue with Alliance just getting kill after kill after kill. Mid lane, Supreme gets jumped. Alliance I think they're having a great time with this one. This is probably quite a fun one to be playing if you're Alliance right now, because you're just looking for kills and you're getting them.
I mean, if you're probably in the team comms right now, it's just WeHa calling for his supports to hold his hand and walk to a lane. They're going to get any kill they want. An immense amount of damage, and this is like pre-shard Sand King, level 18 as well, and they're still 100 to 0 heroes. And when BKBs come out,
well, there you go. Yeah, WeHa's got his.
Yeah, it's going to be even scarier. Pretty fun stuff. I think, Nika Baby as well. I'm pretty sure he's had a great time. He's been in the triangle for about 10 minutes. Finally poking his head out and taking the bot tier 2, but yeah, his heat map is probably just an uncontested triangle. That one time they tried to kill him, Chicken Fighters never returned. They're like, actually, you know what? It's a bit too hard. You stay there, we'll farm on our side of the map.
I mean, you can see from Chicken Fighters now that they know if someone shows in this mid, they're going to die.
3 BKBs complete on Alliance. This is a incredible timing for them to look to take a fight. They smoked up with it as well. Quickly dodging away. And as they start showing on lanes now, Chicken Fighters will be using this time, clicking on the heroes, realizing, wait a second, guys. They are incredibly strong. They do not want to fight into this at all. No,
it's really just a big test for Chicken Fighters if they can farm their way out of this hole that they've been put in by Alliance.
Nice cookie.
As Symmetrical. Just get the one there indeed. Nice bit of a save to keep Jibbe alive. Give him an extra chance. But yeah, Chicken Fighters, the BKB's nearly there on their 2 big cores, Supreme and Coma. Maybe at that point they'll survive. Of course, the issue is going to be killing, turning and killing Alliance's members. They really need that next time after the BKB. So still a lot of minutes that they need this game to continue for if they want to have a chance of turning this one around.
Yeah, I think the trouble for them is simply when they do get the BKBs, this Tidehunter with Blink Dagger, that Ravage timing, they don't have that explosive damage, which is, we've surprised you, we've killed you pre-BKB. You flip the script to Alliance, right? If you get stunned by from a Sand King and you haven't activated BKB, there's going to be a Mystic Flare, there's going to be a TA Mild, there's explosive damage. So just the way in which both lineups will be fighting into each other into the mid game, it's still somewhat in the mid Alliance.
That's Jibbe, he'll show, but they'll try and cookie him safely away, but there's no running at all from this lineup of Alliance.
And that's kind of what I was indicating at, right? It's like Alliance, they, throughout this entire portion of the mid game, even going on later, if they see a hero, they have the tools to commit to it. Whilst Chicken Fighters, they have to be a little bit more delicate with how they approach these engagements. It's more about kind of smoking, catching off, surprising, the element of outnumbering. They can't simply look to take fights. And WeHa,
I mean, he's eyeing up more kills there.
He's being cheeky. He wants a couple more freebies. What's he sitting at right now? He's 5-3-7. A respectable score, but he wants to improve on it.
Coma just having to stay hidden in the trees. There's nothing that he can set up on his own. He needs a lot of backup if they want to try and kill Symmetrical. And Symmetrical's got a BKB. So we'll see what they can do about this. He's also got backup. As the Mystic flares out, Coma will be able to finish off Symmetrical, but he'll pay with his life. Error as well, also trapped in that arena. WeHa commits forward with the BKB and the Burrow Strike. Jump forward to the back line. Supreme is able to find a second kill as he cuts down Aramis. Jibbe has the Ravage. They're focusing Nico Baby. They've got the cookie follow-up. The BKB's already been used. Nico Baby will go down. 3 kills here for Chicken Fighters. See one more they can find. They're looking over towards WeHa. He's been dusted. They see him. 4 dead. Chicken Fighters. A huge fight there. For the first time this game, they're able to come in and take a head-on fight against Alliance. And it falls apart for Alliance bit by bit in that team fight, T. What was different?
All right, thank God we got a replay here. The thing that's different here is you put Symmetrical already to half HP, and I just mentioned numbers advantage. Look at the minimap. Chicken Fighters a little bit quicker to get to the fight. Sure, you're able to kill off the Monkey King, but here it's the supporting cast. The Ember coming in with the BKB. Nico Baby's BKB is pretty much entirely used just in a meld because there's nothing else to hit at that point. And yeah, it just felt like Alliance's all the damage was just used to kill the Monkey King. They didn't kind of keep anything in reserve for the kind of the heroes coming in. And then on the flip side, you then have this Ravage layered on top, and they are in position to get the kill. So I think Alliance just got a little bit carried away with how far ahead they were. And you have to be respectful that you have the damage, but you don't need to use it all on just the one hero. But again, I think they just respected what Monkey King could provide in that fight, and now he's got the BKB.
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge fight for Chicken Fighters there. Still Alliance with the gold lead, but the growth will have stopped a little bit. Ooh, see Alliance ready to get straight back out and look to make jumps whilst they know that Chicken Fighters have separated once more. Take out 5 up here. And at the same time, they're looking for Coma top. There's the arena. Good setup there for Symmetrical. Straight away, gets the jump, gets him off the trees.
I would like to request the heat map of Monkey King, please, if that's possible. If not, that's perfectly fine, but I need to do something.
Oh, we are.
That's a freebie.
It certainly is. Supreme, a watch from the side. There's nothing he can do to stop Error from being taken out. So Alliance, whilst they may have lost that team fight up there previously, they get back in on the action and back on the road with just getting these kills, these pickoffs one by one.
Yeah, and as expected, this little Monkey King's been spending a lot of time top, but Alliance is not stopping.
Nico Baby, see if he's got enough damage to chase down Jibe. Ooh, not quite. Ooh, trying to dodge the angle of the side blades there. That was close.
Yeah, this is Alliance. They're not backing down, even though they had that one fight that didn't go well for them. You know, if they were to rewatch that back, it's just we just weren't ready. We weren't in time. If we just waited a couple seconds, would be good.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So yeah, I think right now they're just they're chilling. They're just gonna keep looking, keep finding the fights, not backing down. I like the fact that this is the type of game where if at any point Alliance do make the mistake, it's the Ravage. It's that kind of the repercussion. And nice, we get to see the heat map again. And if you're Monkey King, I think maybe it's time to change a new area of the map to play. He's pretty much played here for the last like 10 minutes. And Alliance is just, every time he's alive, they're like, let's just go to this top left corner of the map. He's probably up here, right? So maybe he changes up his area of the map to play. Just to try and put Alliance on a bit of confusion.
Looks like got Coma AFK at the moment. Hopefully he'll be able to get back on the game. There he is. That was just a brief pause. Look.
Oh, what's Coma going to say?
The reason. Good. Anyone screaming?
Like people were screaming in his house.
Oh, okay.
They're like, oh my god, right. Cool Wukongs. They're like on delay, right? So they're hyping up.
They might be watching his game.
Yeah, they're hyping up his Wukongs.
Yeah, maybe they saw that last fight and they're like, oh damn, they got a chance.
That's my boy.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a comeback. I mean, it was a good fight, but then obviously after that, we did see Alliance get kind of 3 more kills. So
that's why they stopped streaming.
Put them back in that sort of the position that they were in before that fight. And we'll see them smoke up though, Chicken Fighters again, just trying to see what they can do around these Ravages or the ults. They've got the full combo. I mean, who ideally do you think they're trying to jump and burst? I mean, can they jump and burst like Nico Baby before he gets a BKB off if they throw everything on him, or is he always going to be able to press BKB?
I'm a little bit skeptical that they can. Yeah. So I'd probably lean towards blowing up the supports first. Take away that explosive damage, but Symmetrical is positioning.
Oh, there's the jump. They're going to go for Symmetrical. Everything onto the Mars and it will work. Symmetrical's only going to buy back though. See the jump, Coma immediately taken out, and now with the buyback of Symmetrical, they've got to run Chicken Fighters. They've already used their Ravage, they've got nothing else to use for this team fight, as Nico Baby is found 2. They do still lose Aramis, but overall Alliance, they'll be able to take the favorable trades. They get 3, maybe even 5 up. There's the jump. TP was put to a stop. Alliance, they'll take out 4 and move straight into the Roshan. Symmetrical, I mean, very nice response there to the Ravage. one of the old school counters to these big teamfight ultimates. If you got buyback, then suddenly that initial jump from the enemy doesn't feel too good.
Yeah, that was a difficult move Chicken Fighters were trying to execute. They were walking up into the enemy jungle with outpost control to the side of Alliance. They had decent vision, but the fact that they're blowing the full combo on symmetrical, how then do you kill the TA? How then do you react to that counter aggression? And you know, Koma, he instantly blew up. No Wukongs, no BKB able to be popped.
Yeah, well, he didn't get the BKB off, did he?
Got neither off, yeah. But that's because they were all condensed into trying to kill him. Because the fear is the damage they have. It's not explosive like I mentioned, so they have to overcommit to kill one hero, and it's a little bit spooky. If you were Chicken Fighters, I think they're more defensive. When I look at this lineup, they need to poke, to prod, to wait for Alliance to make the play.
Well, Jibei.
He's it's a bit out of position, Chief.
Yeah, it's it. See if he can walk this one off. Era's going to try and outbound. Koma's going to jump in. He's going to commit with the BKB. They want to try and make a fight out of this. Mr. Symmetrical's own BKB is soon to come to an end. The Wukong's command is down, but he's still able to walk off to the side. Supreme goes for the supports in the backlines, takes out Stamanen. They've lost 5 up. Buyback coming out now from Jibei. They won't be able to get anything more from this, as they'll have to stay back in the base. Alliance themselves only using the buyback on Stamanen. They've still got the push ready with that Aegis on Nico Baby. So a bit of an attempt to save Jibei outside the base. Jibei did buy back, so he's got to be careful. Big hits coming in from Nico Baby, bringing down Jibei to under half HP. Another buyback's forced out here as 5-up responds there, worried that his Tide was going to die.
Ooh, you gotta be so careful now. Like, Tide used to be the tanky hero, but playing into some meld, Deso, Daedalus TA.
Yeah, he's just a couple of crits from dying, really.
Yeah, you lose about a quarter HP per big hit. It is pretty devastating. You know, Alliance, they get to clean up their Aegis like we just mentioned. They're sweeping back into the map with confidence. And now they're playing with the idea that if they kill Tidehunter, if they kill Snapfire, they don't have buybacks. So they will have numbers advantage. Any big items they should be waiting for? Doesn't look like there's anything too significant.
Was this under the Die Award?
It was, yeah. Die should be well aware.
So Alliance, yeah,
they're running towards the top triangle.
Yeah, they're not going to find anything with this Chicken Fighters. They'll find a bounty rune.
Under the threat of smoke, the best thing you can do is to hug a high ground, put that observer ward down, get a couple heroes that might have some blink disengage to position on the steps. As soon as that smoke breaks, you blink out. Alliance kind of opting to do that somewhat on the top side of the map. But yeah, this smoke from Chicken Fighters, it felt, if anything, just to push out one wave. And it doesn't feel good when you have to smoke just to push out a single wave. But they are hugging this ward. 20k down though, into an Aegis.
Radiant are scanning.
Does look like a difficult fight for them to take.
Well, they have hit it with the scan, so they should know to get out of here immediately, Chicken Fighters.
Middle tower is under
Nice
attack.
heads up. Nice heads up play from them. You don't want to fight into this. Like, when you're this far behind, at best, you want to try and take the fight when there's no Aegis, right? You have to make the optimistic play, but look at this ward already set up.
Oh, Koma.
They have to take.
We are prepared for this. He's in with the jump. They've got the burst. And Koma is still able to get the BKB off and walk away there.
Alliance all mass TP to top lane as well. They want to take this fight.
I think it was a bit of a misclick right from Weeha, because I think he tried to E-blade the Monkey King, but he got himself instead. Looks like it won't matter, as Koma will still end up dying. Same to be said for Era. Now with the chase down to the base, they can even look for Jibei. Oof, there you go. There you go. That's the damage we're talking about. Tide doesn't stand a chance. When the big hits come out from Nico Baby, Supreme will put the BKB in order to live. They're diving in under the tier 4s here. There'll be buybacks coming out. Jump forward. That's the Supreme going down. They do have buybacks on Supreme and Koma. But they know even with Nico Baby as low as he is, he's still got the Aegis, he's still got a BKB, so it won't even feel good trying to throw those second lives into killing the TA the once. At least they're just going to let this mid-ranks go.
Yeah, they have to give it up. Until this Aegis expires on TA, there's no way they even want to entertain a fight, and they're going to lose at least 2 lanes of racks. Alliance most likely will reset after this top side. Smoke back around and take the fight for bot lane. here. Chicken Fighters just getting picked apart by how quick Alliance is playing on the map. You see how they position top side, they then smoke to bottom to look for a pickoff, force them to TP top, they then mass TP to the top outpost, running in. They had a nice Tinker ward on the top side of the map to scout this Monkey King. Like, yeah, just very, very fluid mid-game timing. And you know what? What am I to say? Just go for bot as well. Forgot how quickly they were to take top racks. They have to respect this awkward moment where they have Ravage now, everyone alive on...
I mean, they're so far ahead, though. I mean, even if Chicken Fighters hit all the spells, will Alliance care at this point? They're
Probably
33k up.
Is under attack.
Probably not. This is, yeah, Alliance is just chilling right now. But in Dota, at the high ground, magic can happen. And Chicken Fighters, they need some magic.
Oh, we are. He's going to miss the burrow strike. The BKB is out. Demonic Purge on him. That's Weehaw gone. He'll buy back straight away. You'll see Supreme go for the backlines. Immediately with the BKB, he'll look to run down Shtaman, and Jibe is getting focused down by Nico Baby and Symmetrical. That's Coma gone. Error and Jibe dead as well. No buybacks on them. Supreme's in trouble. The buyback from Weehaw will allow him to find him in the trees, and there it is. GG, well played. It's cool. As Alliance, a very, very impressive game one here today, T. I think we were all ready for maybe a bit of a close matchup between these two teams, but Alliance in this first game, they kind of proved to be on a completely different level, T.
Yeah, they were just super aggressive. You know, Chicken Fighters as a team for all the years that we've been watching them, iteration, they're pretty defensive in nature and how they protect the triangle.